you all for coming, and all the fans and readers and customers that are coming too. I appreciate it. And just sit down and enjoy yourself. We've got food over here. Great.
Thank you.
Well, I write historical mysteries, and they all take place in Lamont, which is a suburb southwest, about 30 miles southwest of Chicago. All of my books, there are 4 of them, feature a woman who is an amateur historian, and she, in present day, and she solves a mystery from the historic past. So I've been writing. My first book was published in 2015, and there are 4 books in the series now. The most recent one was published about a year ago. My living was made, my career was in medical administration, and in that field, it seems like that's all you do is write all day. I was writing memos and procedures and letters and reports and web content. And everybody always said that I did a wonderful job. I was concerned, with accuracy, wanted to be sure that people paid attention and remembered and understood what I was saying. In order to do that, I thought it needed to be a little entertaining as well, and so that's what I did, and everybody thought it was really good and said, gee, you ought to be a writer. So when retirement was on the horizon, I kind of said, well, I want to try that, and so that's what happened. The first thing I wrote really played around a little bit with some things in a writer's group, and then I jumped right into a novel because I was already in my mid-60s and didn't have time to go the long route of getting published short stories and that type of thing. But I was very unfortunate that I finished the book, and I found a publisher right away. And the book was a success, and so I was off and running, and I've been doing it since. I've written 4 books in a series so far. I'm currently actually working on a memoir, which is very different from what the 4 books in the series are. But the series, they're historical mysteries, and they feature a woman who is a historian in present day, who solves a mystery from the historic past. And the portions of the book that have to do with the past, each book goes through a different time period, different type of story. 2 years of research went into each book, and that part of the book is told by one of the characters from that time period in first person. So that, to get a real flavor for what that was about. I'm trying to teach history through fiction. If you're thinking about it at all, I would start a journal right away. Don't think of a journal as an obligation. Think of it as a place to store your ideas. When something interesting happens to you, or just a thought that you want to remember, jot it down in that journal. So whenever you get serious about writing, you're going to already have in front of you a whole list of ideas that you can incorporate into your work. So I would do that right away. The second thing I would say is don't wait too long. Get started as soon as you can. I didn't start until I was in my mid-60s, and I wish I had done it sooner. And the third thing is join a writer's group. Don't be afraid to listen to criticism. When you're writing, you know what you want to say. You don't know what's in the mind of the person who's read it. You can't ever know that, no matter how good of a writer you are or how long you've been writing. You can't ever know that. although you're writing for yourself, you also want it to be understandable by the people who are reading it. So join a writer's group, have someone who can tell you what is good and what's bad about what you're doing. And listen, that doesn't mean you have to change everything, because it's your book and you want to do what you want to do for your purpose. But listen, and if a lot of people are telling you the same thing, listen harder.
Reading through it like a second time, or the many subsequent times that I've read it, it's one of my favorite books, as you know, you really start to notice stuff like that, and it's so fun.